All throughout Scripture, we're reminded of God's heart for orphans, widows, the outcast, the down and out, the oppressed.
We had the very honorable privilege of adopting a young baby 41 years ago. She continues to be a joy of our life, but she's not adopted in a way that you would think she would be second rate. She is part of the family, as we are part of the family with Christ.
It comes down to the nature of God, and that's love. And the people who need love the most are those widows and orphans.
In my own life, I was adopted myself. My brother and sister were adopted. My life was saved by adoption.
I had the opportunity to go to Uganda and to the Philippines, and then work in inner city Seattle with homeless youth, and so have just seen an array of homelessness and orphans and widows.
I think of our sponsorship with World Vision, where we've just finished up one program and starting in with a new child. And I worry if I'm doing enough, and yet I know that God directs my steps.
And I feel that we can do that as a church by reaching out to others in many ways, making sure that they have the care they need, shelter, food, but it's also the emotional needs that need to be met, and meeting their emotional and spiritual needs as well.
When we decided to become foster parents, the verse in James was definitely something that we grabbed a hold of and really helped us in our journey over the past 3 years.
I just think that if every Christian family in America took it on themselves to care for orphans, adopt one or two, bring them into your family and love them for life, it would take care of all of the 150 million orphans in the world today.
And we have the privilege right now, our son and daughter-in-law are in the process of adopting, and it's so exciting for us to think about this one life that we can have that kind of impact on as a family, and to be involved in helping that one.
It's so easy to look on TV or hear about orphans and widows, or see them in our church, or run into them in the store, and yet I'm thinking, what do I do for the orphans and the widows? And there are many out there, and that's a command that God gives us. And I want it not to be so much a religion as a relationship. So in my heart, I know that others probably do the same thing. We get so busy with our everyday life that we forget about the orphans and the widows. And yet God has a pure heart towards them, and we are His hands, and we are His feet, and we are called. And this is pure and holy and undefiled. And my next question is, God, how can I be of a pure religion? How can I be more used by you to reach out for the orphans and the widows?
Taking care of orphans, wow. This is a great challenge for the church.